Fire officials have not determined the cause of last night's fire or this morning's fire. Meantime, they do tell us they expect this process, the demolition process, to be complete by the end of the day. Well, the flood stage here in Thiensville is currently at 11 feet. It usually sits right about at 6 feet on the Milwaukee River. Sections of the park here at the Thiensville Park have been closed off. It's just too dangerous to get too close. You can see that water is just rushing a lot faster than usual. It's all because of the recent rains we've had. It's also causing a big mess for local homeowners. It's an exciting day here at the Bradley Center, where the Bucks not only have a chance to clinch a playoff spot with the win over the Cleveland Cavs tonight, there's also a huge buzz going on about the future home of the Bucks. This entire area could look very, very different today. Local businesses weighed in. With the recent outbreak of dog flu across the Midwest, veterinarians here at the Humane Society are telling pet owners to be extra careful. Pay close attention to your dogs, like our friend Bruno here. We're live here at Milwaukee Police Headquarters, where they're still looking for suspects in the shooting death of a 41-year-old man and a teenager. Police say it all started last night when a 2-year-old darted into a street on the city's north side and was struck and killed by a van. It's still summer, but health officials say it's not too early to think back to school. The Genesee County Health Department is offering health clinics leading up to the start of school. Well, they are a perfect 4-0 against the home side in those 4 games at Kauffman Stadium. The Tigers outscored the Royals 26-8. Heroin-related deaths have been climbing each year here in Milwaukee County. The ME's office reports 69 deaths in 2013. In 2014, 119 people died. Getting cheaper to be a Michigan lawyer. Active attorneys pay $305 a year to the State Bar of Michigan, but a portion of dues earmarked for the attorney discipline system will be cut by $20. Police dash camera video tells the story of a brazen crime on a quiet street. Around 9:15, Brown Deer police received a call from a woman who lives near 66th and Dean, stating 2 suspicious cars were parked at her neighbor's. The woman did not want to go on camera, but told us she saw a teen get out of the car and go to the door.
Then she opened the screen and beat on the door and then looked through the window. Next thing I knew, all the car doors open and all the kids went to the back.
This is where the suspects entered the home. The homeowners say the house was locked. As you can see here, they kicked in the door.
That freaked me out. And I was glad that my neighbors weren't home.
Police arrived within 5 minutes. You can see from the dash camera video, the 10 teams split up in the 2 cars and take off.
The one vehicle went south and the other vehicle went north, and the chase was on.
Police called off the chase of the red car for safety reasons. You can see from News Chopper 12, the other car, a white SUV, was stopped on Henry Clay Boulevard near Whitefish Bay Middle School.
That's scary, because in watching and hearing, they just had no regard for anybody else around them. They just wanted to get away from the police, and they didn't care how they were going to do it and if they hurt anybody, including themselves.
Police and neighbors urging everyone to keep an eye out.
Don't rob, because you never know who's watching you.
Such a wonderful feeling to feel so healthy after so long.
After 30 years of battling kidney disease, 56-year-old Peggy Hansman is on the road to recovery.
It's just such a blessing and a gift, such a gift, to be able to live my life and have a wonderful life and feel good. It's just amazing.
In December, the special education teacher from Plymouth needed a kidney transplant. Her brother-in-law, Lynn, offered her his kidney, but wasn't a match. So the two went on the National Paired Donor Exchange. 2 weeks later, UW Hospital in Madison found matches for both, starting a chain reaction.
How this could have happened the way it did over a course of 3 months is just mind-blowing.
Hansman was the first of 34 people to receive a transplant. Her donor from Minnesota was the first to give.
She gave her kidney altruistically, which means she had no pair. She had no relative or friend that needed a kidney. She wanted to give, and therefore she did. And it was just a beautiful thing.
Hansman met her donor shooting a documentary for ABC News about the national chain. The work will be featured on tonight's Nightline. Mrs. Hansman has been a teacher here at Howards Grove Middle School for 20 years. She says she was determined to get healthy and get back to her students.
My mom was, "What are you doing going back?" I said, "Mom, I feel wonderful. I want to go back."
And she is. She'll retire this spring, but until then, she's enjoying this new life.
It's just so uplifting, you know, to have a second chance and be able to do what I get to do.
In Sheboygan County, Brittany Shannon, WISN 12 News.
Orange is out, black and white are in. They're the new colors being worn by prisoners in the Saginaw County Jail. Sheriff William Federspiel says he's changing jail jumpsuits thanks to the hit TV series Orange is the New Black. The announcement expected later today on the Grand Bargain in Detroit. It's the plan that promises millions of dollars to support retiree pensions while protecting the city's artwork from heading to the auction block. The wife of a 65-year-old man who was shot and killed last week in Forest Township is charged with open murder.
The crisis at the border is increasing the pressure on Washington this morning. Members of Congress are searching for ways to compromise, and time is running out. Good morning, Patrick. A 4-year-old was shot in this neighborhood last night. Officials tell us it happened just before 11 last night. This home, 13 rounds fired into it last night. You can see where the bullets struck the front side of the house. You can also see the evidence markers from police investigating overnight. They tell us a 4-year-old girl was just inside the living room playing on a couch when she was shot.
Today, jury selection will begin in the trial of a suburban Detroit man who shot and killed an unarmed woman who was pounding on his door before dawn last November.